So welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. The purpose is very simple. We want you to revise your current affairs and we want you to revise them through the much needed MCQ practice, because MCQ practice would be instrumental, in fact critical, in clearing stage 1 of your civil services examination, which is the prelim stage, because prelims is all about MCQs. Now you need to get regular MCQ practice from current affairs. For other subjects, we'll have other lecture series. We'll have a separate lecture series for polity MCQs, history MCQs, geography MCQs, economy MCQs. But this lecture series is all about current affairs MCQs, because current affairs forms a very important portion of your civil services examination. Around 40 to 50% of your paper is directly or indirectly related to current affairs. Okay? So if you practice 4 to 5 MCQs with me on a daily basis, then these 4 to 5 MCQs would add up to more than 1200 MCQs, and that is quite a lot for preparing for current affairs for prelims examination. All right, so make sure you make this lecture series a part of your daily routine. It should be a daily habit of yours. All right, enough of the introduction. Let's begin this discussion, starting with question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding Chalo India campaign. It was launched by Ministry of Tourism at World Tourism Mart in London. Under the scheme, the OCI card holders can nominate up to 5 foreign nationals for gratis e-visa. The upper limit on total free visas issued under this campaign is 1 lakh. All right. So look, government wants more tourism in India, especially more foreign tourist arrival or foreign tourism in India, because foreign tourism brings in a lot of revenue. All right. Now, India's foreign tourism or basically foreign tourist arrival in India took a hit during the pandemic. Number of foreign tourist arrivals dropped significantly, and it has not reached the pre-pandemic levels also. Now that the COVID-19 lockdown is way over, still foreign tourist arrivals in India have not reached pre-pandemic levels. So that is why Government of India launched this campaign called Chalo India campaign. It was launched by Ministry of Tourism, and it was launched at this mega event World Tourism Mart, being held from November 5 to November 7 in London. Okay, so this part is correct. Now, what would happen under the scheme? Okay, look, there are many foreign citizens who are of Indian origin and they are eligible to get OCI cards. OCI stands for Overseas Citizen of India. Okay, now these overseas card holders are foreign citizens, but they are of Indian origin. Okay, so this is what is the qualification of OCI card holders. Now, under this scheme, OCI card holders can nominate 5 of their foreign friends for free visa to India. Okay, all they have to do is register these 5 of their foreign friends on Ministry of Tourism's portal, and these people, these 5 foreign friends of these OCI card holders, would get a gratis e-visa, which is free visa without any fees. All right, each OCI card holder can nominate up to 5 foreign nationals. So this part is also correct. Now, number of the upper limit on total free visas under this scheme would be 1 lakh. This is also correct. Okay, so all 3 are correct. Question 2. Consider the following regarding World Tourism Mart 2024. It was held from November 4 to 7, 2024 at the Excel London. Okay, the India Pavilion at this event focused on promoting wedding and MICE tourism. Okay, UK is the largest source country for foreign tourist arrivals in India. Now look, World Tourism Mart, this global event that promotes global tourism, is being held in London, Excel London. This part is correct. Now, at this event, there would be a special pavilion for India, and that would be like a desk or a stand in a mela or in a fair, right? So, India Pavilion would actually promote wedding tourism, a chance for foreigners to visit the big fat Indian weddings, and MICE tourism. MICE tourism is meetings, conferences, right? So this tourism, this is also correct. Now, why is government launching this campaign, Chalo India campaign, at World Tourism Mart in London? Because UK is the third largest source country, third largest, not the largest, third largest source country for foreign tourist arrival in India. Okay, so 1 and 2 only. Question 3. Which of the following is our correct regarding directive principles of state policy? These are legally non-binding directions given to the government of the day to fulfill the aspirations of Indian citizens. Okay. So far, no directive principle has ever been implemented. Okay. Article 31C allows that no law shall be challenged for being violative of fundamental rights if it is implementing any DPSPs. Okay. So, what are directive principles of state policies? These are certain provisions, certain articles in Indian Constitution which are legally non-binding on the government. But these are basically directions. These are basically advice given to the governments so that these governments fulfill the aspirations of Indian citizens. So these are basically advice given by our constitution to government. They are not legally binding. Part is correct. So far, no directive principle has ever been implemented. In fact, all directive principles have been implemented in a sense that many laws have been passed by the parliament to fulfill what was enshrined in directive principles of state policy. So this is not correct. Okay, many laws have been implemented to implement directive principles. Now, Article 31C of the Indian Constitution says that if directive principles under 39B and 39C are to be implemented, okay, and government comes out with a law to implement only these two directive principles, then that law won't be challenged in any court for being or for violating fundamental rights. So if any law which aims to implement these two articles and side by side violates certain fundamental rights, that won't be challenged, that won't be declared unconstitutional by the courts. Okay. Now the thing is, Article 31C provides this protection only to these two directive principles, not all directive principles. So this is also incorrect. Okay. And last, consider the following regarding recent Supreme Court judgment on UP Madarsa Act. The apex court has ruled that the law is violative of the principle of secularism and thus shall be null and void in its entirety. Some provisions of this law were in conflict with University Grants Commissions Act 1956, which is a central law. All right. Now look, UP Madarsa Act was enacted in 2004 by the UP government, UP Legislative Assembly, to provide legal recognition or provide a legal framework for madarsa education. Under this law, madarsas, which are for providing education to Muslims, can provide 10th class certificate, 12th class certificate, and can also provide degrees. Okay. Now, this was provided for under UP Madarsa Act. Okay, it provided a legal framework for recognizing madarsa education. Now, in 2024, April of 2024, Allahabad High Court declared this law of 2004 unconstitutional and declared it to be null and void in its entirety. Okay, Allahabad High Court did that, but Supreme Court overturned this judgment of Allahabad High Court and said that this law is valid under Indian Constitution. So the apex court, the Supreme Court, held that law is violative. No, Allahabad High Court held that. Supreme Court actually overturned that judgment. Okay. Now, Allahabad High Court also gave one reason for scrapping this law, and that was that it is a state law and it violates a central law, which is University Grants Commission. Now, University Grants Commission Act, UGC Act, says that degrees can only be awarded by universities, legally recognized universities, or deemed universities. It cannot be awarded by any other institution such as madrasa. But UP Madarsa Act violates this UGC Act, which is a central law. Okay, so this part is correct, but Supreme Court has upheld this law. Okay, so only two. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And please do not forget to revise this lecture from the PDF file that we have shared on our Telegram channel. The link to our Telegram channel is provided in the comment section below. All you have to do is click on that link. It will take you to our Telegram channel, and from there you can download the PDF file for this lecture. This lecture's PDF file would contain detailed solutions to all the questions discussed just beforehand. Okay, all the questions discussed in this lecture. All right, so revise them. Only then you'll be able to consolidate these MCQs. All right. On that note, I'll sign off with the promise of seeing you next time with next day's current affairs through MCQs. Thank you.